show you some more. I'm going to show you some recipes that I found that maybe someone wants to see. Now, in this video, I'm going to just do some recipes. Nothing too big, but maybe in the next one, I might do something better. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. We're going to do some flatbread with onion. Oops, missed it. Flatbread with onion. Anything for an onion with cut in half, you need 4 onions. If you're sick of the constant churn, sometimes I got some drift with it. I've tried to use the dead zone. Sometimes that works temporarily. So it's kind of, alright, there we go. Now, meat pie is one of the biggest recipes I did find in this game. It takes a lot of ingredients, but if you're just trying to sell it for money, they're 54 bucks a piece. So it sounds like a lot, but some stuff like potions are the full healing potion, which you can crank out bottles from the workshop fairly quick. And once you start bringing out a ton of potions, I mean, you can make, it's like potions are like soups. You can get like 5 at a time. Make sure you have at least 5 empty bottles, and there you go. You can do it. It's just, and anytime you see these little numbers go green, it just means it's done. And I need these mushrooms right here, these bitter boltus. They're kind of sketchy looking. Hang on. So it takes away your water. Okay. I just use them in cooking. I don't really look up some of the stuff. So there we go. Now, anything to do with recipes, I don't remember any of them. I remember like a handful off the top of my head, but most of them, I don't care to remember them. They're just, too much of a pain. I would rather just have the book. The reason is the book has all the recipes. Why? Why try to remember? I mean, oh crap. No. Oh god. That's bad. There goes my entire thing of what do you call it? Raw dough. I'm gonna have to make more. Several raw dough. Come on. Sorry about that. Next season I just hate when it does that. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna have to make more dough. So I think it's all gone. Crap. Oh, alright. Well, that's not good, but oh well. Let's make some dough together. Let's just do 3. That's fine. I got enough flour and what have you, I believe. Yeah, there we go. And 1 egg. Now, while I do this, it's amazing. Some of these recipes look easy. I never made bread in real life, but they said it's labor intensive, but worth it. Again, depending on what type of bread you're making, stuff like that. That's the start, better than nothing. But I'm gonna close this for now. That's the soup recipes, and they're all of the ingredients. And it wasn't fun. Follow me as I did a harvest. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring all the. I'm just gonna let my character go. I can't see anything. Oh, game is 126. I'd rather at least fly it out so I know what I'm picking. There we go. Oh crap! Still raining. You think the rain would have let up by now? All right. Now the orange trees. I believe it is. Where is it? Yep, it's autumn. Might as well go pick up all these apples. Always move your hand around. So as soon as you see that nice little yellow triangle or square, diagonal square, I don't know what they call it here, but I wish you could just use the trigger instead of using the grip and then clicking the trigger. It's a bit of a pain. But if that was possible, then I would be done within 5 minutes with all these trees. After this, I gotta get pears. I got an abundance of food. I mean, but just to be clear, that took months to do. There's an abundance of apples. I think it's 6-7 stacks of apples, several stacks of pears. So really, I rarely put food in the fields. I think I go do the farming aspect of this. I think it's maybe, if I'm thinking correctly, I think it's maybe once every 2-3 years in game, maybe 5 or 6 years. You gotta stop. I did find out it's the water. If the water runs out, your red bars, your health starts declining. So they give you some grace before you die. So make sure you carry full healing bottles. These ones here with the Roman numerals 3 on the bottom there. If you ever did Roman numerals, make sure it has 3 little ones, because if you don't, at some point it's just going to be a big hassle. And then you don't want to rely on just foraging and killing the wolves. Other than if you start relying on cooked meat, then that may be a bad idea. I mean, you can try it, but personally, I like a variety just in case I don't have something. Then another tree. We're just picking the pears. Pears are pretty good for water And I would say apples are actually very good for, I did notice yesterday, is if you use the pears, they're good for getting your water back, and apples are for like your health. So, and if you wave your hand around the tree and see how there's these little pears, so always keep an eye out. Just wave your hand a few times, and if you don't see any triangles, that just means, cleared it out. Oh, nope, oh, there's one. Nope. That means I basically just picked all these trees bare. One thing I did notice, there we go. So I'm going to show everybody how you make some flour. Now, for those who know, you take the wheat. Now, you can only put in denominations of 5, meaning, there we go. I put it in 50s because that's the max you're allowed in. That's the machine, so, or let's put one there. Now I leave that open so I can take all this. Then when I'm done, I'm going to take all this stuff here. It's half a stack. Taking half a stack, but it grinds up 5 at a time, so to be honest, that's pretty good. Be careful. If you want to have a chest up here just for flour, that's up to you. Store all your wheat, so this way you don't have to keep going up and down. I'm just weird. And then go down. Sorry, there's the drift. It's just a big pain. That's another reason why I don't like the drift. There we go. And so far, all the wheat that I harvested, I got 18 plots, but doing that, like if you make 18 plots of wheat, I could only imagine you get about, I think it's 82, 83 of any food that you plant for one plot. It's quite a bit. I mean, you can do a bit of each, but if you don't want to do a lot of farming, just do like one plot. That's basically up to you. If you do, then you don't have to do it like on the scale that I do. And someone once asked if I'd ever have my game open, and the answer is no. I tried it before, it didn't work. Too many kids wanted to come in and grief. If you use it like this, just instead of always opening and closing stupid thing, do it that way. Let's see, do I have all the wheat? And then when this is done, bring more flour. Turn this into flour, so the more you plant, and it comes out there. I'm weird, but I just like very specific. So this one wheat, it may seem small to you, but I'd rather just take it and have it with the other little stragglers. And then this way, next time I do it, it might all be used. Now I dip the end, and it actually grows fairly good. Now, do that, it doesn't take long. So while you're waiting, you don't have another one like this. Throw it in, comes up here. Give it about a minute, throw some more. But don't leave this thing to clog up with flour. It will lag your game, unfortunately. So be very careful. So I only like it at the end where I can just pick it all up, and that's really the first number is how much is in there. So use this 5 at a time. It may look bad, but this is usually what I can do for a good while. Grab it all the wheat, bring it all up here. If you have big harvest, I mean, you can go ahead and do that, but just bear in mind that whatever you do, be very careful. I mean, it's good for, like, if you want, like, a lot of power, just go for it. But understand it takes 5 wheat to make 1 flour, so for every 100 wheat, you only get 20 flour. So you get several stacks of full stacks of 99 for the flour, just from what you eat. That's pretty good. Make sure the odd time, if you want to do if you have a lot of money, just go on over and just start buying like wheat seeds. Just go nuts with them. Because if you go nuts with it, it's 18 plots, then you do 18 times, you almost get 1,600. Yeah, you like imagine 1,600, 1,700 wheat, and then you gotta take 5. You divide that by 5, and that's so you'd probably get you'd get a good amount. All right, 4. How much is here? Hang on, almost black boxed on me. Now, because it's only 1 out of 5, you just drop it in, Bob's your uncle. Drop that in, and that's it. Now, that's doing that. That's all the flour. So, just to remember, be very careful if you have a flour. Flour is $320 per 10. So, try and avoid buying as much. Just buy the seeds. Don't ever buy flour itself. It was $14.40. Okay, there we go. Now it's just gonna turn aimlessly. You can always turn it off with this lever if you get bored. If you don't want to see it go, just grab this little lever, bring it over. You can, but oh well. So there we go, everyone. That's That's making a lot of... Oh, I gotta put the flour away. I don't want to carry it. So, as you can see, that was about 3 plots worth. So, doesn't look like a lot, but now that's a lot of wheat. You can get a lot of flour. Now, if you want to sell flour, you can get quite a bit. But understand, it's not the highest amount. So, you might want to just be careful selling certain things. Don't put a lot of hard work into making meat pies. And then, if you sell them all, then, well, you have nobody to blame because you can fetch $54. But as I was, I tried it earlier, and it's just a massive pain to keep making them. And plus, it does chow down on the resources. So be very careful when doing so. There you go. If you know how to make potions and you decide to make full healing potions, the bottle and the potion itself, the potion full healing, will get you $40. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you have resources to burn, go for it. That's up to you, though. That's your discretion. Don't say I told you to. I'm only saying what I would do is if I made a lot of them. Alright, thought I'd share some recipes with everybody. I'll see you a little later. Have a good day.